There is no place like
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Сыграем.
That intro always gets me, Spencer.
Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. Welcome back to Take 16. I'm Spencer Beehler.
I'm Benjamin Slack.
And we have a lot of topics to get to, don't we, Ben?
We definitely do. Do you think we should get started into them right away?
Probably, absolutely. If you give me 1 second here. Of course, I'm already slacking off. So,
Don't use my name as a verb.
actually, do you want to go and start? Just give them a scoop on the first Netflix film we have that's available as of Monday.
Well, we are going to be taking a look at Midwinter Break. This is on Netflix, and it has already released on Monday, August 10th, so it is streaming right now. And as you can see, we are taking a look at a VO of the footage right now. It seems to be a very happy couple, brought to you from Focus Features. So, should we take a look, Spencer?
I actually don't have nats for this. I should have told you that ahead of time.
Oh,
There's only a
that's
few of these
perfectly
projects
fine.
I don't have nats for. But yes, this stars Leslie Manville, who plays Stella, while Kieran Hines plays her husband, Gary. I did not look at those name pronunciations beforehand. But yeah, this is a standalone adaptation of Bernard McLeverty's novel. So
Cut that in post.
you know what I just realized?
Hmm.
That happened during the previous one, and I didn't even cut that.
That's happened during recording of Slack on Flicks sometimes too. And
Where you
sometimes
just forget to cut it.
Well, I just, depending on how the conversation is going and like what's happening in it, I'll just keep it in.
Well, so there you go, fun blooper. That we have that technical error happen every now and then. We just got to stay silent and let it go. So
One thing I love about this podcast and the way that we have these shows filled out, it's basically almost kind of training for what Lauren and Josh do, because, you know, when stuff happens like this, we just got to roll with it and make sure everything goes fine, just like them.
Absolutely. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay. But
And it's still going on, as you can see.
yeah, so next we have a film called on Netflix called Marine New.
Well, this is a biographical sports documentary who follows Jose Mourinho, who climbs through the elite European soccer with insider access to a manager's trophy-filled career. And as you can see, it looks like its presentation looks kind of retro in a way, or at least from that first shot. Oh, look at that camera work. That was drone work right there. But this is going to be streaming, already is streaming by the time this episode is out on Tuesday, August 11th. So, Spencer, I know you're not much of a sports guy, but how does this look to you?
It looks interesting. I might give it a shot. You never know.
So, are you more excited then for Reacher Season 4, which is debuting on Amazon Prime August 12th?
Do I might? Okay, no, I'm not. Here's a fun fact about Reacher. So we're on season 4, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched a single episode. I didn't even know this show was a thing until like season 2 or 3 later on.
Well, it became a big hit after the second season, because I think the first season, it started off kind of slow, but then the second season, it really found its footing, like a lot of TV shows out there.
Makes sense. But before we get further than that, I actually do have a Nats video of this. So I say we play that, and then we will give the info as it comes. What do you say?
Let's take a look.
They weren't the only ones who wanted it. 2 people tried to kill me over it.
What happened to those people?
They got away?
Streaming August 12th, as you can see right there. And this is based on Lee Gild's Gone Tomorrow. And the season begins with Jack Reacher as he is drawn from a New York subway encounter with a deadly conspiracy involving powerful enemies. Basically the same storyline that happens almost every now and then on this show. But, you know, with fun action, some good acting, and you can get something that's really memorable out of it. Spencer, you agree?
Absolutely. And of course, Alan Merchant's back as Jack Reacher himself, and some other cast members, including Cedar Noel, Chris Marquette, Agnes Moe, Marcus Blucas, and so many other characters, of course, as well.
It is, yes, 100%. But should we check out Child of Mine, which is also on Netflix and streaming August 13th?
Absolutely. Why don't you give them the scoop, Ben?
Okay, well, this is a true crime documentary. No wonder you gave me the scoop, because it's a true crime documentary, and you know I love that stuff. But this true crime doc follows a woman so desperate to become a mother that she fakes a pregnancy while pressure from family and society closes in. Okay, that has immediately got me hooked. I think that is... It's not the first time that I've seen a documentary that kind of covers a pregnancy like this. In fact, I can't even think of the name right now, but there is a documentary on Netflix as we speak. Myself and Lauren Moss were talking about it the other day. It's a shame I can't remember the title, but it ties into a woman that was like stole a baby and pretended that the baby was hers for quite a while, and that baby ended up passing away. Comment down below or send us an email at WNDU if you guys remember this title, because it was one of those that really sticks with you. I'm actually kind of glad I forgot the title, because it was one that I would not watch again. Not because it was bad, but because it was just.
Tell me it's depressing
really
without telling me it's
memorable.
depressing, or it's just creepy.
It's both depressing and creepy.
So tell me why I shouldn't watch it without telling me why I shouldn't watch it.
Is this a quiz?
Anyway, moving on. Next, we have. Do you know who Travis Barker is?
I believe I do, but how about you tell us about this documentary that is streaming on August 13th?
So, yep, this. I lost my place. This documentary traces Blink 182 drummer Travis Barker's rise, trauma, recovery, and eventual return to flying after surviving a devastating 2008 plane crash.
Okay.
This is directed by Justin Crook and Michael Doyer.
Okay, I'm interested.
I'm not familiar with this guy, I'm not gonna lie, but surviving a plane crash 2008, and I saw some of the footage. It looks like a miracle that this guy survived, honestly.
Well, we're taking a look at some of the footage right now. We just saw Graves. There's Questlove. Look at that training that goes into.
Oh man, there's a lot of stuff. Oh, this might be interesting.
It is. It almost reminds me of Whiplash in a way.
Hey, okay, don't get me started with Whiplash, man. That's one of my favorite films that I love.
Oh, I thought you were saying you didn't.
No, I love that film with everything.
Okay, yeah, J.K. Simmons won his Oscar for that, which rightfully so.
Rightfully so, yeah. Independent film that made profit for considering its budget. But anyway, we're going off on a big tangent.
Miles Teller was great in it too. But how about we talk about Namaste?
Go ahead.
It's coming out theatrically on Thursday, August 13th. Me. Okay. The film is a horror comedy centered on a cult and an unsettling new life celebration through its distributor, and it is not. Wait a minute.
Did I mess up?
Let me read this again, please. The film is a horror comedy centered on a cult and unsettling new life celebration through its distributor has not released a full official premise. Its distributor has not released a full official premise.
Some of these sentences, I forgot to revise. So you could have just read the first half of that. But yeah, there you go. That's the premise,
no, that's
basically.
Perfectly fine. This actress I'm seeing, the distributor, Christine something is her name. I remember her because she was the second Lori on that 70s show, and she did a pretty decent job. And I cannot think of her name. She was also on Jessie too. She played the mom on Jessie. So
gotcha.
I'm very interested to see what that actress is going to be able to do as far as that goes.
Well, next, Ben, we talked about this prior, so I'm just going to let you take this away.
All right. Well, Friday, August 14th, streaming on Disney Plus and actually releasing on the Disney Channel the night before. You're seeing it right there. Camp Rock 3, the third, this legacy sequel to Camp Rock 2, which came out more than 10 years ago. The Jonas Brothers are returning as Connect 3, as well as, this is probably going to be a spoiler alert, but it got leaked over 24 hours ago. It was speculated that it was happening. Demi Lovato is also returning as well as Mitchie, reprising her role that she has not played in over a decade, the role that introduced us to her. And I wish we could have gotten Caroline Clapp on the show because she is very excited for this as well, probably more than me.
Wow, okay. You were just really geeking out about this.
Now, Well, I mean, you got to think about it. This was early 2000s. At the time, Disney Channel was just riding high. You had High School Musical, Hannah Montana, That's So Raven, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and then Camp Rock was thrown right in the middle of all that. And not to mention all these stars that came out that are so popular now, they're all just let me think of some of the names. You got Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Tisdale, Demi Lovato, the Jonas Brothers, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez. They all came out at the same time, all on the Disney Channel.
Did you say Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens?
Yes.
So is this like High School Musical?
Camp Rock?
Yeah.
Well, I was just naming just multiple Disney Channel stars that came out at that time. And Camp Rock, is a lot like High School Musical in a way. In fact, there wouldn't be a Camp Rock without High School Musical.
Now, for people like myself who was not familiar with this title at all, I've heard of it, but can you give a quick 10 to 30 second recap on this franchise?
Okay, well, the first movie follows Mitchie, who is Demi Lovato, as she goes to this music camp where you basically kind of learn to be a musician there, and Joe Jonas plays her boyfriend, who is a member of his fictional band in the movie, which also consists of his brothers Nick and Kevin, and they are basically playing themselves in the movie. It's basically just a walkthrough of summer at Camp Rock and just people getting to know each other. Of course, you have a run-in with bullies and everything, just all the stereotypical stuff that happens in a teen comedy. Camp Rock 2 went full-on musical style, whereas there were actual musical numbers instead of the first one, which was the music was coming from actual musicians. And I honestly thought that one was better, and that also had a better storyline, I think, because it was involving the campers from the first movie. They became camp counselors in that movie, and they also were working to save Camp Rock because Camp Rock was in jeopardy of being shut down.
Oh, wow.
And at the end of that film, Camp Rock did end up being saved. Demi Lovato and Joe Jonas ended up becoming a couple, and well, now all these years later, we are going to see them again.
That was
And Demi Lovato is also an executive producer on this film, so it was highly speculated that she was showing up, but she has still not been named officially in the cast yet. And this is more or less a legacy sequel. In fact, I have the premise right here in front of me. It says, when Connect 3 loses their opening act, which is the Jonas Brothers in the film, for their reunion tour, the band returns to Camp Rock to find a new performer, setting off a competition among campers that tests friendship, family ties, and ambition. It's basically a run through of the first movie, but that's what legacy sequels are all about, retracing old steps that made something good in the first place. So I think this is going to be really good. I'm excited for it. Of course, I'm always optimistic about everything, so of course I'm going to say it's really good. But yeah, I think it's going to be great, and I will likely have a review on the film coming out on WNDU.com. So be on the lookout for that. Slack on Flicks.
All right, there you go. Little teaser for you.
There you go.
Well, next we got, here you go. Don't Say Good Luck. I guess I'll attempt to give this one a go. So in this one, high school students Sophie Birnbaum's life changes just as she lands the lead in her school musical, and her mother's cancer returns.
Oh no.
That one, like, from an uplifting first half premise to like this down bad second half premise. All right.
I'm looking at the cast here. It says Sunny Sandler. Is she related to Adam by any chance?
Wait, I think that might be his daughter, actually.
Oh, well, I saw Steve Buscemi is in this movie, too, so I wouldn't be surprised because Buscemi is very close with the Sandler gang. So.
Max Greenfield, too? Plays her father.
You know what? I'm going to look this up in real time as you are taking a look at a VO of the scene right now. It does look emotional. A lot of wide shots in here and close-ups. You can definitely tell that some emotional acts are going to be going. Hey, and the actress that plays the mom was Rose from 2.5 Men.
Hey, how about that? Well,
I love 2.5
Well, you know,
Men.
I would say the title is accurate then. Don't Say Good Luck. So we have some uplifting things going for this character, and then she's dealing with some
and
bad things.
And for the mystery, yes, she is Adam Sandler's daughter.
You know, I recently saw her name like not too long ago, and I didn't even realize that's his daughter right there. So there you go.
Well, we just solved the mystery in real time here on Take 16, where you get your questions answered almost immediately because of our good friend Google.
Gotta bet Google. Sometimes they get stuff very, very wrong. If you Google, you know.
Well, I'm optimistic. I said that before. So, you know what? Let's just move on to the next topic, shall we?
Yep.
We're looking at a video of it now.
Tatu is on Netflix as of Friday, August 14th. This is around the time this podcast should be posted. An idealistic state prosecutor becomes a double agent inside her imprisoned older brother's gang to keep her youngest brother alive. That sounds
interesting. Whoa, look at some of this. Look at some of this footage. Whoa. Okay,
this
we're going to be
is,
seeing some stuff in here.
Oh, yeah. So, I'm not going to try and pronounce these names, even though I put pronunciations in here. But this looks very interesting to me, personally.
Alrighty, then.
So, next we have
The Brink of War. I know Daniel Hochstetler's really looking forward to this movie.
Yes, I didn't think that this was going to be a big topic at first, but a lot of people have been talking about it. Of course, like, this is during the Ben, you're a history guy. Do you want to go ahead and read what this is about, the true story?
Let's take a look at this. Okay, so President Ronald Reagan races to preserve a nuclear arms agreement with Soviet leader Gorbachev, while political intelligence and historical pressures threaten to push the world towards catastrophic disaster. Excuse me, I couldn't read the word right away. Can we put the camera on me real quick?
All right.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Why
I had to do that.
I should have just expected that. What the heck?
But this stars Jeff Daniels as former President Reagan. And right away, I think that's a very interesting cast. But you know what? I'm all for it because I think Jeff Daniels is a great actor. I just saw, too, we have J.K. Simmons in there, too, playing Secretary of State George Shultz. So Yeah, I think we're in the middle for a good ride for this. I love history, and I really like these political thrillers like this.
Yeah,
so.
and this movie the movie Reagan wasn't that long ago either, so I was kind of surprised to see another Reagan film about, because
With
I
my
haven't
man,
seen
Dennis Quaid.
I haven't seen the Reagan film yet, but I'm assuming that went over his entire political career and everything. This is just about this specific event with Gorbachev.
It went over quite a bit of it, but it did focus heavily on his assassination attempt.
Oh, was that the main focus, would you say?
No, it wasn't really the main focus, but it is a big moment that happens that pretty much takes us into the third act.
Gotcha. Well, this is The Brink of War. Jeff Daniels as Ronald Reagan, J.K. Simmons as
George Shultz, the
George
Secretary
Shultz.
of State.
And what's the other guy's name? Jared.
Oh, yes, Jared Harris.
Jared Harris as.
Playing Gorbachev.
Yeah. So if you want a history political thriller, there you go, and this cast is stacked.
I know these movies are always really dialogue heavy, but
Well, that's a given.
I do like it when we know this history and we have all these great actors going back and forth with each other. It's just the magic of filmmaking right there.
Well, next, Ben is very excited about this one. We have a clip. We're going to play this, and then we'll give you the spook.
Well, we're going back in time in a way. Anne Hathaway is having one heck of a year, would you say?
Absolutely.
4 big movies: Mother Mary, Devil Wears Prada 2, The Wolf. I almost said Wolf of Wall Street for some reason. I don't.
Very different movie.
It's because of the title of this movie, The Odyssey, and then the end of Oak Street right here, which she is sharing the screen with Obi-Wan Kenobi himself, Ewan McGregor, as after a cosmic event tears Oak Street out of suburbia and drops it into a prehistoric environment, the Platt family, starring the 2 actors that I just named, must stay together to survive to this transformed world. I gotta say, it's a very generic premise. This is something that you would see in every B movie back in the day. But you know what? I'm down for it. Having to see dinosaurs in something that is not Jurassic Park, I'm definitely down. And J.J. Abrams is producing this, the man behind the sequel trilogy and the sequel trilogy of Star Wars. Yeah, that's not really a good mention. But the rebooted Star Trek trilogy, and the guy who directed this directed It Follows, which is honestly probably one of the best horror movies that came out in this generation. I'm down.
Okay.
Have you ever seen It Follows?
No, I've seen parts of it.
It's very suspenseful, but it's also really, really good. Very comparable to John Carpenter's version of The Thing, but it's something that you don't forget after you watch it. And it's really like one of those where, like, when you're walking around somewhere, that movie just pops in your head like, oh my God, is that it? Wait, can anybody see that? Is that it?
Gotcha. I gotta say,
I'm actually looking at that. Is there something actually at the door?
Wait, what?
I gotcha.
You are so corny and cringy.
Well, what can I say? I like to have sense of humor in there.
That came out of the random bed. Anyway, I do like how this is taking more of a horror thriller survival.
Dinosaurs are scary again for the first time probably since the first Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I wasn't really afraid of them in Jurassic Park. I was just having a fun time with the movie.
What I wish I could have gone, I would love to go back in time to 1933 and see the reaction to the original King Kong, because I know people were scared of that movie when it first came out.
Yeah, well, that was a revolutionary film at the time.
1933, good year for visual effects. The Invisible Man also came out that year.
Yep,
so,
but The End of Oak Street, the theater is just, it has a big competition this weekend, don't they?
Well, definitely, because how about we talk about its competitor?
Neon
Studios, we got The Wrong Girls, which I got to say right away, this feels like a Thelma and Louise ripoff, which is hilarious because Gina Davis is in this movie. And do you want to give the premise, Spencer?
Yeah, let me find it. So here's the premise. Cash-strapped best friends Frankie and Molly are thrown into escalating trouble after they are mistaken for someone else. That's literally the simple premise of it. Ben, you read an even more detailed one online that I found, but I was trying to keep it simple for the viewers and make it easier for me to read too.
Well, I do have to say right away that this stars, of course, Kristen Stewart, popular playing Bella from the Twilight Saga. And I'll say, I just love that the Twilight actors are given their chance to shine now. They're able to branch out and do whatever they want, and they make good talent while doing it. So
despite the adult elements in the guy from Sausage Party,
I just saw that too.
I didn't even Well, if the guy who made Sausage Party is involved with this, if you've seen that movie, then you kind of know what you're expecting going into this movie.
Well, not to mention, we got a pretty stacked cast, too, because, of course, obviously, I said we got Kristen Stewart, but we also got Seth Rogen. We got Kate McKinnon from SNL. Who else did I see was in there? Quite a few people are in this, and honestly, with a cast like that, you can't really go wrong. And you know what? As crazy as this premise sounds, Wait, Seth Rogen as a cat? Wait, also Camille Namjani? Wait, are they playing cats? What's happening
Well,
here?
they're supposed to be like stoned, like during a portion of this movie. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're.
Cannot imagine what a movie with a cat being voiced by Seth Rogen is going to be like.
I mean, we got the other cats last week.
Well, and on top of that, you got Kristen Stewart likely tripping out on this, hearing a cat with Seth Rogen or Camille Namjani's voice. Oh, that's got comedy screaming all over it right there, or at least memes to come. So.
Well, this might be a fun ride in the theater. So if you want a very adult comedy fun thing, even that might include some guns of drugs, talking, you get the whole spiel. I guess go check this out. This looks like it might just be a fun ride, honestly. So next, I didn't know.
This seems like a good movie that you watch, like maybe at a sleepover or something.
This looks like some strong drug right there.
A bunch of 20-something-year-olds at a sleepover. Or something. Let's move on to the next topic.
I did not know Matthew McConaughey was back in theaters.
Matthew McConaughey is back. All right.
You probably at the last two. All right. That was corny. Anyway, Ben, go ahead.
I was trying to come up with my own thing for it. All right. But okay, in rural Oklahoma, bluegrass playing beekeeper Asma King tries to rebuild a relationship with his estranged foster daughter, while ruthless honey business rivals threaten everything he built. Could not help but mention, I think some type of a southern accent came out as I was trying to read that.
Your attempted southern accent?
It was subconsciously tried to come out. But I did notice that it looked like a producer of Train Dreams is producing this. And if you've seen Train Dreams, which was up for Best Picture last year, that was a pretty decent, good movie. A really good character study of a person trying to live their life back in the day. But with this premise, and on top of that, we got Matthew McConaughey and Kurt Russell in the same movie. Yeah. I'm totally down with that.
That's like a duo that I didn't expect, but I am all for it.
Is Kurt Russell playing that evil business rival?
I'm assuming so. The way the camera moved on him.
Was that Cole Sprouse too? I think that was Cole Sprouse as well. So, you know what? We got some talent in here. Let's go.
And I think it's been a minute since I've seen McConaughey on the big screen. I'm not going to lie. Hasn't it been a minute?
Well, not on the big screen. Yeah, it's been quite a while. I usually watch him on College Game Day every year whenever he shows up at the Texas game. He's basically a semi-regular, a recurring star when he shows up on there, and he always gives us a great time. So,
well, if you want to see McConaughey, Kurt Russell on screen again, there you go. Next we. I'm going to be silent.
Did it once, then I did it 3 times, so I had to do it 2 to even it out. But how about we go over to the DC universe and check out what
the main event itself,
what we are looking forward to the most, Lanterns.
Here you go.
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light.
All right, so this is the next official entry in James Gunn and Peter Safran's new DC Universe franchise following Creature Commandos, Superman, Peacemaker Season 2, Supergirl. Up next is Lanterns, and of course after this will be Clayface and Man of Tomorrow, but Lanterns is a very unique premise compared to all of them because it's taking place in 2 different time periods. Spencer, did you know this?
I think so, yeah. You told me this before. I didn't know that, but after watching this next trailer right here that I recorded for the video and everything, I see that there's different time periods taking place. So I think that's interesting.
So basically what this is going to be, it's been described as True Detective meets DC Comics. And so a retiring Hal Jordan is training a young John Stewart to become the next Green Lantern protector of Earth. And along the way, they find themselves in some type of town in the southern U.S., and from there, it revolves around a murder mystery that eventually becomes extraterrestrial. So, and the Manhunters are involved in this.
Yes, I didn't know that until so the first teaser didn't really get my attention that much. I'm like, all right, I'll watch it just to keep up with the DC thing. And then this trailer, I am all on board after this trailer. Now, that being said, have you seen the memes for this?
I have, yes.
The No Country for Old Lanterns?
Yes, that was so funny.
And the fact that the girl from No Country for Old Men, the girl who played Josh Brolin's wife, she's in this one.
She was in Ozark as well. And in fact, the guy that produced Ozark is working on this series too.
Oh, really? Okay.
And if you've ever seen Ozark, that was a wild ride. And this literally screams like Ozark True Detective meets Green Lanterns.
We got Guy Gardner right there, of course.
Right down to the fact that when the original teaser came out, people were really complaining because it looked too gritty and there was not a lot of comic book stuff in there. So much so that people were talking about the lack of green in the trailer too. Do you remember those days?
Yeah.
Do you also remember when they announced that Kyle Chandler was playing Hal Jordan?
Yes. Do you remember how I wasn't the biggest fan of that?
Yes. But what's your reaction though after this trailer?
You know, I'm down to see what they're gonna do. He's so far based on what I've seen, he's killing as Hal Jordan. So far.
I really like Kyle Chandler. He's such a great actor, and to see him in like another mentor type role, which he's honestly kind of typecasted in, and on top of that, it's Green Lantern. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And he honestly just looks the part. Just seeing him point the ring, even with like those sunglasses and that, I believe him as an older Hal Jordan. And then on top of that, we're seeing him train Jon Stewart, the Green Lantern that I grew up while watching the Justice League animated series. And Aaron Pierre, again, looks ripped straight out of that animated show. I'm totally down for
And then
this.
the reports, of course, I hope they're true that Atrocitus in the Red Lantern Corps are reportedly in this. But that would make sense if you know the story of Atrocitus in the comics with the Manhunters, then you know it would make perfect sense for him to be in this. And also the rumors that Hal Jordan's going to die at the end.
I hope that doesn't happen. But what I do know, in fact, what is confirmed, is that this is the first time that something in the big, huge, overarching story is going to play out in this. Because you know how with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with the Infinity Saga, we teased Thanos every now and then, like at the end of the first Avengers movie, and then in Guardians of the Galaxy and Age of Ultron and all that?
Yes.
Well, I guess Lanterns is going to do that here, where we are going to get our first tease and sneak peek of the huge, overarching story that is going to play out throughout the DCU's chapters.
I read that a lot of people think it's going to play onto the Blackest Night event. This is going to adapt Rebirth and then go transition into Blackest Night, two different crossovers and other installments in the DCU.
Well, this will likely also lead us directly into Man of Tomorrow, which is the Superman sequel, because I said this on Slack on Flicks. I think Man of Tomorrow is going to be the equivalent of the first Avengers movie based on just how many characters are going to be showing up. I mean, Aaron Pierre is returning as Jon Stewart Green Lantern, as is Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner Green Lantern. But of course, you know, we got David Cornswet back as Superman. Millie Alcock is returning as Supergirl. We got Hawkgirl coming back. Everybody from Superman supporting cast. I did hear that Blue Beetle was set to make an appearance.
I saw
in
that, yeah.
movie.
In the same guy, Zolo, how do you say his name?
The kid from Cobra Kai, I just call him.
Yeah, well, James Gunn did say Blue Beetle is officially canon in the DCU. So.
And Rick Flag Sr. is set to come back, of course, from the Creature Commando series and Peacemaker Season 2. So, yeah, I'm calling it right now. Man of Tomorrow is equivalent to the first Avengers just based on how many characters are going to be showing
Which is
up.
insane, because just 2 years after the soft review started, like, man, DC did it faster than Marvel, which is the complaint initially, but they're making it work seemingly. So,
well, on top of that, James Gunn kind of just threw us into this world that is really already established, where the Marvel Cinematic Universe it took its time introducing characters, letting us know who they were, where James Gunn is really just counting on us to already know who they are. I mean, perfect example, we skipped over Superman's origin in his very first appearance.
But they kind of still breezed over a little bit. So I think even if you don't know Superman or DC at all, the first movie is pretty solid as a standalone one too. Like you got what you needed to know.
Of course, after Lanterns, we got the Clayface movie coming out, which do you think we'll get our first DCU Batman appearance in live action at least?
I think they're confirming that Batman will not appear in this one. They're doing their own slow build up to Batman, which I do kind of like. But at the same time,
it's almost like they're doing the MCU like reversed in a way, where they're setting up all these Batman villains only for all of them to come together in some sort to fight a hero. That's Batman, and that's where we need
it kind of seems like where it's going, doesn't it?
You know what? I'm down. Let's do something a little bit different, just for pure entertainment. Let's go. And keep Batman's casting a secret. Can you imagine if nobody finds out, and then we
just get the teaser, and then we just see who it is.
That's who the actor. Well, I remember that's how it played out in old MCU. Like that's how we knew Elizabeth Olsen was playing the Scarlet Witch and all that.
Oh, okay. I didn't see. I was too young. I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah.
I can see them doing that for Batman though, but it's gonna
be awesome.
They wouldn't be able to hold those leaks. But anyway,
not today.
As you can tell, we're excited for what the DCU has to come, and I'm actually excited for Lanterns premiering this Sunday now on HBO Max too.
I am too. I am definitely going to be watching that. Hey, we might even be watching it here. We'll be here at the studio. So
oh yeah, that's right.
We're going to put it on one of the big TVs.
People are going to walk in out of context to see Hal Jordan cussing out a squirrel.
With our luck, that's going to be Aaliyah Joe that walks in saying, "What are you guys doing?" Like, oh, we're just
watching green
our show.
animated boys cussing out squirrels and fighting red. Anyway, shall we take a look at what we have coming up next week?
I think we should.
Here we go.
You can bring demons back to the human world permanently.
At the top of that ladder are lands that come and go. There's loads.
That's when you use that force of stubbornness to prove everybody wrong.
It's raining blue for Connecticut. Title number 12.
Can I just say that you couldn't have more of a contrast from Insidious to that magic stairwell? I thought I went from the friggin' gritty Call of Duty type world to Wonderland.
Well, I really like that we have a diverse slate next week. We have something for the adults. We have something for the
UConn
kids.
documentary looks pretty good, so yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 sports documentaries coming out. Ben, you'll probably be all over that, won't you?
Yeah, me and about half the newsroom, so.
That's facts. Actually, they're probably might be in those too, because anything in sports, news media is on. That's why I'll be you and I will have the spiel on Insidious, and I'll probably have the spiel on that family friendly movie coming out
tell
too.
me nobody's gonna have a spiel on the magic. What's that called? The magic faraway train.
Tree.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield's in that.
I did, and I like Andrew Garfield.
Me too. And honestly, as an adult, the movie just even though it's for kids, it looks fun. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, I'm always one to say that there's no such thing as kiddie movies. Movies are for everybody.
Even the Mario movies.
Yeah.
There's some adult jokes in that, but
exactly.
It's nice to have a balance. But anyway, that's what
100%.
But those 4 topics those were the most anticipated ones, all based off the research I did. So we'll have more of that next week for you. Until then, Ben, Doomsday is getting closer and closer the more of these we do.
It is.
I'm excited. Especially with the official trailer out now, I got my tickets for Friday opening day. You have your tickets?
I do not have them yet, but congratulations.
Anyway, this has been...
are you going to see it in Infinity Vision?
According to Cinemark, I am.
There you go.
Right. Well, do you have anything else to add?
I think we're good. I'm just looking forward to next week. So.
Absolutely. Well, for now, this is Take 16. I'm Spencer Beehler.
I'm Benjamin Slack, and we'll see you all next week.
We both have films opening on December 18th, and we've decided to coin it.
You go for it.
We're thinking Dunes Day.
I'm not afraid to die.